Man, fucking tell it. Yeah, I'm good. Sorry.
Calm down, man.
Nah, I'm good. We talked about it, and I've calmed down. It's fucking bullshit, man. It's one thing if it's bad. This is bullshit. I don't like being treated like this, man. I don't like being treated like this. I'm fucking pissed off. Don't touch me, man.
Oh,
don't touch me. I'm all right. Don't touch me. All right? Don't fucking touch me.
All right.
All right? I wanted to give this a chance, okay? Some shit I didn't even want to fucking see, okay? You were the one that said we had to see this shit.
It's a steady decline, man.
I don't want to fucking hear that shit. This wasn't about decline, okay? The man wants to make a little bit of money. Everybody want to make money. He fucking got money. Paramount got money. This didn't have shit to do with money. They wanted to piss on me and my dream. I'm the fucking fan. I'm the only reason they wanted to buy this movie rights, okay? Fucking bullshit. You knew this was the worst going in, man. I told you, even the fucking trailers look bad on this shit. I didn't want to fucking see this shit. Fucking get off me. Don't fucking touch me, dude. You know what? You know what? I'm going for a walk.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm going for a walk, man.
I'm
getting out of here for a bit.
Oh my god.
We just finished watching Transformers The Last Night. One of the biggest disappointments I ever seen in my life.
Disappointments? What are you talking? This shit was a train wreck.
It's a disaster.
The longest train wreck ever.
Look, man, they used the original voice actors, which, we all love. Peter Cullen and Frank Walker as Megatron.
I gotta tell you, man, the first Transformers movie was good.
The
second movie was shit.
The
third movie was also shit. And the fourth movie was better than the other two that came before it. And then this, my God.
Horrible.
There's 3 writers on this.
Yeah, there's 3 writers.
Writers on this. On IMDb, I kid you not, they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 writers for this fucking thing.
Oh gosh. This is terrible. They're just pulling your legs.
3 screenplay writers and 4 people that wrote the story.
Exactly. The whole plot of this movie is that
What plot?
There was a plot, man.
What plot? I don't know what the plot is. I was wondering what's going on half the time.
Explosions, shit on your face. There was so much camera work in there that I was like, what the fuck is going on? Why they're spinning?
I don't know. It's Michael Bay-ism. Michael Bay looked at this. They said, man, this script is shit.
Look, man. Michael Bay looked at you in the eye, punched you in the mouth. You went to the ground. He looked at you in the face like, I fucking stole your wallet. What are you gonna do about it?
No. It's not even that nice. He's just slapping you in the face with his dick.
Ray, that game, you become a medieval knight and you fight.
You mean that cartoon?
For honor. There's a game called For Honor.
No, I haven't played the game. I'm just fucking perplexed.
Well, that's how the movie starts. We start with knights.
When you have to go to resort to King Arthur to write your story together, the shit is fucked up.
The shit.
I calmed down. I'm okay.
I just wanted to explain to you.
I calmed down.
I realized something. Why the movie was total shit. There's 7 writers on the movie.
Oh, really? Is that why it's shit? Just because there's 7 writers? Or maybe because a fucking hack-ass director who completely fucking given up, who completely since part 2 was like, yeah, I'm just gonna throw some shit at the wall. He keeps fucking making money. I don't understand why they keep paying me to do it. Fuck it. I think Michael Bay had a stroke, and they just put a fucking pen in his hand, and the shit he scribbled on a piece of paper every once in a while when he's having his seizures, they just turned that into a fucking script.
All right, look.
That's what this shit is.
Look, guys, there will be no spoiler call because this is just so fucking bad.
I'll go one better. I'm gonna say right now, don't see the fucking movie. We haven't even rated it yet. I'm telling you, don't see the fucking movie. All right. That's how pissed off I am.
Let me try to explain. I'm not gonna even let you explain the plot because you're fucking steaming right now. Let me try to explain.
I went outside. I hope you're not upset. I kicked one of your dogs, but he took it like a champ. He took one for the team, and that aggression is mostly dissipated.
Oh, it's gone? Okay.
Mostly.
So you want to do the plot, if you can?
Did you already do it?
No. I'll do the plot, if you want.
No, you do it. I'm not.
That's what I'm saying. Okay.
No.
All right. So here's what I can gather from what I've seen.
What you can fucking gather.
All right, this is what I can gather.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Jumbled fucking mess.
All right, so I'm going to try to do this as painless as possible. Pretty much
quickly.
Optimus Prime is not on planet Earth, but he's somewhere else. And apparently the Autobots are illegal to be on the planet Earth, but they're still Transformers all over the place. Doesn't really seem to be explained. For some reason, some entity out in space wants some kind of artifact that's been buried on the planet for thousands of years, and then all of a sudden wants it.
It's called the staff.
Why would you want this shit now? It makes no sense.
Yeah,
and then,
it wasn't important in the last 3 movies, but all of a sudden...
No. Last 4 movies.
Was there 4? 4?
There's 4.
Let me look this up. Okay, continue.
Okay, all of a sudden, this Quintessa, which drove me insane, was in the movie for a couple of times claiming that she created the Transformers. Pretty much, she brings whatever planet's left of Cybertron to Earth. And that's all I can really muster for the plot of this entire movie. That is the core plot. There's nothing else to explain. The movie dragged on for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
There was 3 movies in this movie.
So there are 2 important characters in here in this movie. One is the staff holder, and 2 is the guardian of the staff. The staff holder is the one, the magician, King Arthur's flashback.
And can we get into that for just a minute, if you don't mind?
Yeah, go for it.
I have a 3-page list here.
I got about...
Shit that pissed me off. How many pages you guys get? I got 3 pages. I was taking notes doing this movie. Mind you, my notes aren't even complete. First off, let me give a shout out to Regal Cinemas in Fort Lauderdale. They have a very nicely staffed place because I got up and left 3 times, and all I did was I went and hung out in the bathroom, and I walked back and forth, and they actually have a bathroom attendant. Nice guy. I asked him his name. He said his name was Josh. Could have been on some dope. He talked in a very Down syndrome way, but we still had a nice conversation about the old 80s Transformers. He was kind of vacant on it, but it was soothing. That's very rare if you have a bathroom attendant. But anyway, I left 3 times because I was so outraged. I will tell you what the 3 biggest things that pissed me off were, and I'll probably ask you guys. That'll be a nice little catch-all. Since you're talking about in the age of Transformers, let's go over a little something. Transformers. How do they decide what they're going to transform into? I was under the impression that they scan things that are already there, things that are roughly relative in size.
Yeah.
And they say, okay, I scan this, I'm going to transform into this thing. So I am left to assume that we had dragons back then.
That's a good question.
So we had dragons on Earth.
Allegedly.
Breathing fire.
No.
Allegedly.
No? Are you sure, Ray? Because the Transformers, before we made the mythos, they knew what the fuck dragons were. So I'm assuming they must have gotten that idea from seeing dragons.
You know, one thing.
True.
You know,
I didn't even actually think about that
you
far.
have a good point in there.
No, you didn't.
Previously, you know, one thing is we have Dinobots because we had
Because they found the bones.
right. We had dinosaurs, right?
Yeah.
But 3-headed dragons.
You know,
it's
fuck
just
the
like
3-headed, 1-headed dragon.
The 3-headed
Where
rider.
the fuck did they find a dragon?
No. It's the 3-headed dragon to represent each rider that actually wrote the screenplay.
First, are we going to do the actors?
Yo, man, fuck the actors.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Even Mark Wahlberg was phoning this shit in. Director probably could have saved it, but it was Michael Bay.
You do know when a franchise is very successful, even though the movies have been shit, when Anthony Hopkins has to be pretty much in the movie, you know he's trying to save it because he has some kind of respectability.
I genuinely cannot fathom why he read this script. First one was good.
Yeah.
Why he would look at the past 3 and say, yeah, I can work with this.
Look at me, man.
You
Anthony
know,
Hopkins, this is a masterpiece. You know he wanted to say this. Move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way, bitch.
I will slap you in the goddamn mouth. I am in no fucking mood.
He was there to
Don't
narrate
do that shit.
what the fuck was going on in the movie. That's what he was there
That
for.
was fucking... I had to stop for a moment, and I could not believe he fucking said that.
Oh, by the way, in the interviews that you see around in the web, he literally has no idea what's Transformers. No idea at all.
And Michael Bay said, no, that's fine. Just read this shit. And I bet you Anthony Hopkins said, do me a favor. Put 2 more circles on that check.
Oh.
And if the guy questioned him, say, hey, watch a couple more episodes of Westworld.
Here's a quick analogy of what this movie did to my dear friend Ant, okay? He got into the ring. He was training for a fight, and he's ready to fight his opponent, and then he got in that ring. And that opponent, when it said ding, he got lit up. He got hit so much, so quick, with so many things that was offending him. You were laid out and you were stunned. You're like, are you kidding me? Over and over and over. It was simple body blows. 1, 2. Damn, the dialogue is shit. 3, 4.
Yeah.
Oh my God, are you fucking up with the continuity? 5, 6, 7, 8. And he was out. Someone threw in the towel and he walked out. And I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
The fuck is going on?
Hey, can we start doing some spoiler alert? Something like
No,
that?
there will be no spoilers.
Fuck spoiler alerts, man. Just say it.
Don't
say it.
They're like in a fucking city and everything's fucked up in there. That girl, Isabella, is chasing the robot that landed in there with a bunch of kids.
You mean the modern N209?
Yeah. They're called the Sentinels, are being depleted by fucking children.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is this,
Can
bro?
we talk about that, please?
Yeah, okay.
Shit.
Can we talk about that? I mean, first of all, anything that transforms is illegal. Okay. The Earth is devastated. Kids have plenty of time. Instead of like, yeah, I gotta stay home and we gotta fight for our lives. No. They got time to go out and fuck around and dick around and all that shit. And then it's like, oh, there's something that looks like it transforms. It's just this little girl's little toy. The military is like, oh no, there's something transforming. Send out our doom bots or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
They're supposed to go out and fucking secure the area and fucking shoot that shit up. It's making this piss poor attempt to subdue this robot and shoot at it and whatnot. And these children, fucking children, are disabling the robot and attacking it in ways that it can't predict, and they're fucking destroying the robots. Fucking children.
Yeah, those are
and these are
these
the robots that are going to defend us. That right there took me out of it. Like, this is a fucking joke.
Oh,
that fucking took me out of it.
You know what took me out of it? The first minute where I heard Merlin speak and he's joking with the so-called robot knight of justice.
Is that what they fucking called it? I didn't.
No. I'm
that.
adding that because it was.
I did get up and leave.
I don't know, but that motherfucker was playing for honor. And I said, you know what? Let me stop playing this fucking game and let me start writing something. Let me write about knights. They have to be saved by Merlin. Oh shit! Let me put Merlin in here. So-called magician. We don't know what the staff does.
You know what? Throw everything in there. See what sticks. Whatever. The kids, bad actors, all of them had no emotion.
Oh
like,
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, we're kids.
Yeah,
we could
whatever.
get away with anything. And it was like, what the fuck are these one-liners, man?
And another thing that pissed me off in that scene, a brand new Transformer, I'm assuming it's an Autobot, did come down. It like immediately started speaking English. And I'm like,
that's when we see
how the
Mark
fuck?
Wahlberg.
How the fuck does it know our language? Even the original Transformers, when they came down, didn't know the language. In part 1, when they unearthed Megatron from the ice, he was not speaking any form of English. He was only speaking Cybertronian. Yeah. Cybertronian, that's all he was speaking. And whenever people spoke to him, you saw the subtitles because, like, no, he'd never met humans. He did not know fucking English. How'd they all know English?
I think he was one of the knights.
Coming down from the sky for some reason.
That he was giving
Mark
Wahlberg the amulet, make him to be the protector of the staff.
So he was one of the knights. He went up into space, then came back down from space just to crash land. That makes less than no sense. That makes negative sense. Yeah. That takes sense away from things that already exist.
This is
gravity stops working.
Anyways, let's get back to that scene because Bumblebee shows up and apparently he has this new trick where he can actually disassemble and reassemble.
Oh God, here we go.
And I was like,
here we go.
What the hell is this? I was like, damn, they shot down Bumblebee with a little Gatling gun. I'm like, damn, the dude just fell apart.
Well, my complaint with all that goes since part 1. Bumblebee was clearly the weakest of the original Autobots in the show. The only thing that kept Bumblebee around was his tenacity. The only purpose for Bumblebee was to emphasize with the young kids. Because Bumblebee, for the most part, was young. And he had no experience and whatnot.
He was the most braver of all of them.
Yeah, well, kids are always brave because they don't believe they can die. That's the whole thing. A grizzled person with experience is never brave. He's like, I'm going to go through this and close my eyes and grit my teeth and hope I can go through it because 3 of my friends have died already. And that was Bumblebee's whole thing. He was young and inexperienced. It's like, man, I'm gonna fucking live forever. So Bumblebee would just jump into anything. The first Transformers, they made Bumblebee out to be some kind of badass. He was mowing down Decepticons left and right. In the original series, in the cartoon, there was no Decepticon Bumblebee could have beaten one-on-one.
No.
He had heart, and heart counts for a lot unless you're in a fight, in which that heart ain't gonna save shit. You're gonna get beaten to the fucking ground. Because all Decepticons were battle hardened.
They were military while the Autobots were
I mean, like, even if they're not fighting an opponent, they're bored, they'll beat each other up. I mean, all Decepticons are battle hardened, and Bumblebee would have never lasted against a single one of them. But Bumblebee's still around, and now, apparently, if he's blown into several pieces, his body parts can fucking levitate and come back together.
Like Voltron.
Yeah, let's say the arm gets blown off. You just have the arm from the wrist to the shoulder. It's just sitting there. Well, how is that going to move? It's got nothing to use to move it on the ground. Oh, no, it just levitates. They all levitate and come back together. Well, gee, why the fuck didn't he do this in part 1 when he was ripped in half?
Yeah.
And had to be dragged around by a damn tow truck. He couldn't do it then. But now, his parts can levitate.
Yeah, he's trying to be...
levitate and reassemble them fucking selves.
He's trying to take place of Optimus because Optimus was gone all that time. So
so let's get the fucking newest guy we have. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they emphasize in this movie that all the Autobots and Decepticons went haywire.
Should have started playing some Stan Bush.
There was no, At
that point, they should have started playing Stan Bush.
Autobots were saying, I'm so bored of this Forsaken Rock, and they wanted to leave. the main villain in here is Quintessa.
It
It's
typically is the planet of the Quintessons,
Yeah.
which is called Quintessa, but apparently
is-
they just called her
this is
Quintessa.
we gotta explain that.
Would you
they
like
were-
to explain the quintessence thing?
No, you're gonna explain this shit because the Quintessons they were created first by Primus.
Okay, I'm gonna get into some nerd
Yeah, with
lore
history, we
bullshit,
gotta get the-
but I'll make it quick. Don't worry, I'll make it quick.
Yeah.
The whole thing is the Transformers. They would actually be given closest thing you could consider to a soul, and this was given to them by the Matrix. The Matrix would put the essence of life in them, which would give them empathy and make them show emotion and this and that or whatever.
That gives them their spark.
Right, it gives them their spark. So in a sense, you know, the robots, they were alive, and there weren't that many of them. At some point, the original people that were creating them, I can't remember if they were driven off or they left or whatever. They're gone. So the quintessence showed up, were essentially created by someone for the purpose of finance. Look at these robots here. They can actually do stuff for people. What if we make robots that are meant is to kill other people or to do the mundane task of science, construction, transport, that sort of thing? So the quintessence say, yeah, let's use the machines on this planet that make robots. We're just going to start pumping out robots. And we're going to start shipping them off to places that want robots. We're going to make a fucking fortune. And the vast majority of alien species, they're bipedal. 2 legs, 2 arms. So we're going to make robots that have 2 legs, 2 arms. And we're going to make it so that they can scan things that are already there and transform into them. So, okay, I want robots that can go load up a huge truck full of steel bars. Hey, what if he can load up a bunch of steel bars and then transform into the truck that's needed to move them?
Yeah.
Then you get to the place you want to get to, he transforms back and unloads the steel bars. That's a hell of a lot better. Yeah, I'm going to make them so that they can do that. They can transform into whatever you need. So it's quite genius. It works. And apparently, Michael Shitstain Bay is like, yeah, instead of quintessence, I'm just going to have Quintessa, the queen of all robots, and pull some shit out of my ass.
Yeah.
That was actually the second time.
That was writer number 2.
I stood up and walked out of the theater. That was offensive. That was like, Ray, you sticking your finger up your asshole and then saying, hey, smell this. And you stuck it under my nose, and my face would wrinkle up, and I got up and I walked out of the theater.
All right,
I said,
all right.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay. Antoine left, right? And things got worse. So he came back.
Did they?
We get introduced by Megatron. Antoine
Here
sits
we
down,
go.
and then Megatron needs, I need my fucking crew. I gotta talk with the TRF.
Oh my
shit.
God.
Oh my god. And then, I need my soldier Mohawk. A token ghetto robot.
By the way, they robbed Suicide Squad. Their little spin-off of
Suicide
how
Squad?
they're gonna introduce
Triple
a
X?
different robot.
You remember?
Yeah, but Triple X was just stealing from Suicide Squad.
Right,
so,
right.
like each robot gets a little flashback of what
Yeah.
he did to make him who he is.
Yeah.
And they would freeze frame it and post his name at the
Right.
bottom in like spray paint graffiti style. Completely out of place for this movie. Completely fucking out of place.
Yeah. And
What
then
was out of
Antoine
place was
lost it.
Megatron negotiating with fucking a human in the first place. But
Yeah.
that's beyond me.
We lose Antoine again when we get introduced by Dreadbot. Now, Dreadbot is locked up because he's fucking robbing banks.
Apparently, she
Yeah,
said
this
she said that he didn't even bother to take the money, but he was robbing banks.
Oh, God. This is
What was the
awful.
point?
Because that's the thing.
I
Because he's a
think
bad guy, Ray. He's a bad guy.
This shit
Yeah.
drained my batteries, bro. Dude,
You
this
think
was-
the battery backup unit is draining you?
Yeah. Dude, this is
Couldn't
horrible.
process the information.
Your CPU started to beep.
This does not satisfy my logic sensors, bro.
Yeah,
I was
you
sizzling, bro.
This does not satisfy my logic sensors. Yeah,
Oh,
that was
God.
a goddamn mess.
Yeah, and then we get Nitro, Zeus, and Berserker. What he said,
I'll suck your brains.
What the fuck was that, bro?
I'll suck your brains.
You know what else is beautiful? When they're quote unquote negotiating with the U.S. government in exchange for his help for some shit or whatever. Negotiate. He's like, okay, what does Megatron leave? I want to leave this planet. And I'm thinking to myself, why the fuck don't you transform into a rocket ship and
Get
fucking
the
leave?
fuck out of here.
Didn't Starscream do that?
Yes, he just flew straight to fucking Cybertron. It's like, why the fuck don't you leave? I don't. Am I missing something? I don't understand. Why don't you just fucking leave? I need your help.
Oh, gosh.
I even called bullshit on fucking part 3. They told the Autobots you have to leave, and they finally convinced them to leave. So they built a special space shuttle
Yeah.
for them to get on and fly off and leave. And even I was like, why don't they just scan something that has the ability to go beyond terminal velocity and just fucking leave.
I didn't get it. It's like, are they?
I mean, we have planes
we-
that can actually get into the stratosphere,
Right.
and then once they're in the stratosphere, just fucking go. The only thing-
No, the thing I didn't get is like, why are they making the Autobots so fucking dumb? You know, they could build things, right? They could build a fucking spaceship.
way better
They
than
could
we
build a
fucking
fucking
could.
spaceship within fucking hours, bro.
Yeah, way better than we fucking could.
They're
Ratchet
they're
would die, right?
construction robots, bro. They construct things. Come on.
Wasn't Ratchet alive? Ratchet didn't die.
I don't know, bro.
Ironhide died.
Ironhide died,
But,
yes.
bruh,
Yeah, Ironhide died. We get a real robot in here, Onslaught from Megatron's side.
Here we
That's
go.
a real robot.
But he gets
by the
killed
way.
though, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
For
it
no
doesn't
fucking
matter.
reason.
Barricade is there too, just to like
Oh, yeah, I love it.
sympathize that. Oh yeah, we remember him.
Yo, you know-
Punish and slave.
Yeah. I love the fact that he's got brass knuckles now.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
robots have those.
Yeah, brass knuckle. What is it?
because the steel that your fucking fist is made of just doesn't quite do the job. Let me get some fucking iron brass knuckles because the solid damn steel I'm punching you with is not hard
Hey,
enough.
that's why we got robots with gold teeth, bro.
Oh,
Remember those two brothers? Those two
don't
brothers?
even fucking start. I'm putting you on notice. Do not bring that shit up.
I love the fact that the Transformers were living in a junkyard on
Yeah, I
an
like that
Indian
shit.
reservation. On
Yeah,
an Indian
and
reservation.
There's tons of
neutral
those.
zone in there.
You know, that Indian guy was saying, please stop,
Dude,
you're in
that guy-
protected land.
How the government knew how to get there. The guy from Wonder Woman was giving them smoke signals.
Oh.
And they're like, hey, what are those smoke signals over there? I don't know. Let's go find out. And he's like, fuck, you fucked it up. And they all showed up.
What was that talk that he had with Mark Wahlberg? It's like, hey man, I'm missing my patrol cars, and that's when we get into Grimlock, and they just put him in there for no fucking reason.
Now, apparently, Grimlock was in the last movie, which
Yeah.
I never even saw, 'cause I didn't even know existed. But my question is, okay, why did he turn into a dinosaur? What did he scan? I mean, it's back to that problem. What-
I forgot.
I never
about
saw the
last
movie.
movies.
I don't know.
He was, if I can remember correctly, because trying to remember these fucking movies are a chore. He was in a ship in China as one of the Special 7 warriors of God knows what.
Oh yeah. And he
Are
scanned.
you serious
yeah,
right
he-
now?
No, I'm serious. I'm serious. Like, they recycled the whole fucking same movie.
God, you know what? Don't get into it.
Yeah.
I don't.
By the way, in this
Move
movie, they have to find another ship where the staff was hiding.
Oh, yeah.
Something with these ships. I mean,
I don't even remember
You know-
half of this shit. Did
you
this
know how
happen?
do you fix these movies? Try to find another ship. Fucking Megatron and his crew leave. That's all they want to do, bro.
Apparently, Transformers have been landing on Earth all this time. Which I
Right.
never knew.
Find a ship and they fucking leave then.
So-
Every movie has a ship that they find.
From this scene, they evacuate. Anthony Hopkins' character summons his robot butler.
Yeah,
to go
and by the
fetch
way,
him.
if I were British, I'd be pissed. Every British character had awful lines. That British chick had bad lines. Here's the thing. Slapstick and very, very shitty humor that Americans normally watch does not work with a British accent. It doesn't magically work. If anything, it gets worse. It was fucking awful.
That sex scene / tear up the office scene or whatever.
Yeah, it's like,
slash-
yo, we gotta go in the office to find something. It's like, oh, okay. And they go in there and they're knocking shit around. And for some reason, the British chick is moaning, so all the women assume they're fucking. It was lazy. I'm
Yeah.
exhausted just talking about it. It was
Oh my
lazy
God.
as shit.
The fights were great. One scene I really like when Mark Wahlberg was inside Bumblebee and Bumblebee was fighting Barricade.
Oh, yeah.
And he
Okay,
gets
I totally.
shoot out
I
from
blanked
one
out. there.
side. Bumblebee shoots him. That was cool.
That was a cool
pretty
scene, yeah.
Hey,
That was-
you want that was cool. You want to know what wasn't cool?
What?
Hot Rod is French.
Oh, yeah. well,
Hot
yeah.
Rod.
Yeah.
American. You call them Hot Rod because that's an American term. It's a car that it's basically a Frankenstein car that you make from parts of other cars. It is a hot rod. It is a completely American concept. Oh, hot rods in Britain. And he speaks French. Could you please cock slap me in the mouth a little bit harder, please?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we want those European audiences. So he's going to be a British vehicle who speaks French. So the European audience doesn't feel left
Yeah,
out.
we could cock slap you a little harder. Earth is now a Unicron.
Wait, so we're going to throw it out now?
Oh, yeah,
That's,
yeah.
I think he
We
walked
gonna
out of
throw it
there
out
when
now?
they
Yeah.
when he heard
that was,
Anthony.
that was the third reason.
Yeah.
That was the third. The second reason was the quintessence. The third thing that made me get up and walk out was yes, Unicron is Earth.
Pangea. They show the map
Oh
in
no,
here.
no! I'm sorry, no, that was the second reason I walked out. Quintessence was the first. Unicron was the second reason. The third one, which we will get into, was the sword deflecting scene.
Oh,
We'll
my
get into that
Lord.
later.
Yeah, okay.
I don't want to get you derailed.
All right, let's
I
talk
want to
about
get you derailed.
let's talk about this planet that is coming to destroy Earth.
No. Let's before that.
Okay, let's rewind it a little bit.
Let's talk about Earth's glorious, full of history of robots in intruding themselves into our history here. You know, we got, of course, King Arthur, and then we also got, a special platoon of robots that go out there and kill Hitler.
Oh yeah. We're just gonna go into Berlin and just destroy every fucking thing. But we want to keep this secret. So let's make sure the history books don't talk about that. So somehow no one on the face of the fucking planet knew that they blew up all of Berlin. No one on the face of the fucking planet could recall giant fucking robots and dragons in ye old England times. No one on the face of the planet could see the fact that apparently anything of any importance has Transformers randomly showing up doing shit.
Yeah, I like the fact that they randomly show up with GI trucks and stuff like that. One of Hitler's waltz parties, they show up and they start shooting everybody. I was like, get the fuck out of here. You're going to fucking go in Berlin in the middle of that.
They roll up. It's like, do you have an invitation?
They made it past all the checkpoints wearing American uniforms, which is nice, because otherwise how would we know they're allies?
Oh.
So they were all wearing Allied uniforms. They jumped out and just started shooting SS.
You know, they stole
in
that shit from
Berlin,
Hellboy.
only like 3 officers present because I guess they just felt it was so safe. It didn't need extra soldiers. That's fine. So 6 American troopers jump out the truck and the truck transforms and they just start blowing up every goddamn thing.
They stole that
and
shit.
this was never reported in the history books.
Yeah, they stole that shit from Hellboy,
secret.
bro. I swear, I was waiting for Hellboy to fucking to come out and start shooting them too and shit, bro. I was like, oh god,
I shit
what
you
the
not.
fuck
This is a fucking circus. This movie was a fucking circus.
That's one of the writers who wrote that.
What more shit can we put in here? What more shit? Next thing you know, they would have been like, oh, the Transformers were out there in Vietnam, or the Transformers helped us here in World War One. The Transformers over here, they helped defeat the Russians in the Cold War.
Man, whatever the fuck.
Didn't it arrive in the first fucking movie? So how the fuck did Bumblebee?
How the fuck
get
did the
there?
U.S. government didn't know about this shit?
Bumblebee arrived in the first movie. That was like 2004. How is it that you met me during a small little boy?
2007.
Yeah, 2007. how the fuck, Anthony Hopkins? I met you when I was a little boy. So the whole story is fucked up. No one bothered to look back at all.
Nope.
Yeah,
not at all.
No, it wouldn't have surprised me. You start seeing G.I. Joe characters start jumping out.
Wasn't there like a Transformer that had Alzheimer's because he forgot what happened in the past?
This shit's fucking
I just made a
ridiculous.
note. I just wrote down Transformers has Alzheimer's with a question mark. I should have put the name of the robot. It's like, what?
I think it was the butler. No, it wasn't the butler.
It wasn't the butler. It was like someone was there for so long that he forgot. No, the tank.
Yeah, the British
The
tank.
World War One British tank.
Yeah.
He tends to forget who's an ally and who's one of the Jerrys. It's like, fuck you mean? You mean forget? Are you saying he's old so he has Alzheimer's?
Yeah.
And on
What
top
was
of that,
point of that scene?
in robot standards, fucking World War One, that was less than 100 years ago. Why the fuck would he forget that?
And yet the one that
A
was
human wouldn't forget. What the?
And those robots were buried thousands of years. They're fine.
But what was the point of that scene? That shit transforms, shoots Bumblebee, nothing happens, and he transforms back.
Yeah, we didn't even get a scene.
Like,
We
what
didn't
the
even get a
fuck?
scene.
I know. I thought he was gonna be one of the characters and shit, and he just transformed back and nothing happened. It was like, what the fuck? What's the point of that scene, bro?
Dude, you get
Waste of budget, bro.
And then from there on, I think that's when they realized it was running long, and they're like, "Yeah, we got to shut this shit down. Let's end it quick," because it went at a breakneck pace. Now, the thing that got me the most,
Nose bleeding pace.
Yeah, nose bleeding. The insulting of the intelligence for the audience. They turned it up to 11 at that point, because at that point you're going from the U.S. to Britain to the Atlantic to all of a sudden, oh, we're in the Atlantic Ocean. We just left Britain. We're in the Atlantic Ocean. Oh, we found something. Hey, here's a U.S. submarine. You need to stop what you're doing. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait,
where the fuck that submarine came from?
I didn't even think they were out of British waters yet. But even if they are out of British waters, this is international seas. You don't tell them they have to stop doing some shit. This is international fucking waters. They had the wrong sort of vessel. Instead of a sub, they had one of those those deep diving apparatuses. And all I'm thinking is, okay, go like 300 feet. And it'll stop. It can't go any fucking lower. What the fuck's going on?
Yeah, it was just
weird. It was really, really insulting to the intelligence of the audience. The way they were jumping around between fucking continents. And why?
And there was a scene in Cuba for
fucking do that.
Why was the guy from Section 9 in Cuba in the first place?
He was giving instructions where the U.S. military was.
You
That's
think-
why he's like, oh, they're against you. Oh, look, they're in your tail right now. Go get the submarine.
think-
Oh, look, go over here. Go over there. I
'Cause-
think there's a
Because
there's
in
a
Cuba,
beacon
you
in
can
here.
learn that.
Yeah.
You could do that. You could just go outwardly and do international calls.
Apparently, Cuba has more information than the fucking U.S. government when it comes to like transformer ships landing on Earth and shit.
Yeah, it's
You know?
it's at this point that I kind of passed out. I think my rage built up to a point where I just blacked out, and you guys shook me when the credits were rolling. It was like, let's get out of here, and
Right.
I was too embarrassed to say I went to sleep. I was thoroughly angry.
Because the
I
Cubans know everything.
I honestly believe that my rage put me into some sort of a like defensive coma to protect me.
Induced coma.
It was
You were
an induced
so-
coma to keep me from harm.
You turn into a possum. You know why they call them possums, right? Because when you try to grab them, they don't fight back. They play dead. That's what
Yeah.
you do. You play dead.
Another thing, they were doing bad jokes over and over and over again, and I realized, it's like, are they trying to be like James Gunn? Are they trying to be
Yes.
smart and witty
Well,
and
they
have
were trying
comedic
to-
action?
They were
And it's
trying
just
to
not.
do too much shit. It's like if James Gunn had to direct a Triple X movie, or if James Gunn tried to direct a Fast and Furious movie. They're smashing too many things into one another. The action that was in this movie was just completely fucking out of place.
Yeah.
It was too much
Yeah.
shit. It was completely
it's-
out of fucking.
you
The
could see-
pacing was awful.
Yeah.
The characterization was awful. I mean, I guess you could say the action was okay, but for me, even that was a disjointed mess.
Yeah, because
It
you
was,
could
it was
see
sensory overload, man.
you could see all the writers weren't getting along with each other on this
Sensory
movie. This is
overload.
the interaction. Ray mentioned it with Mark Wahlberg and what's her name, Laura.
Yeah.
It was trying to be like Star Lord and Gamora
Yep.
type of interaction at the almost at the end. It's like,
Yeah.
oh
Yep.
no, there's a romantic thing in here, and we try to keep each other's jokes.
I
you
think
know?
what this was, they were trying to make a bad movie and then point the finger at Michael Bay saying, look, your movie's a shit. Even though we all know it's shit.
No.
I think they were purposely sabotaging him. That way he could get the fuck
No.
away from it.
No, don't you fucking do that.
All right,
I don't know.
Don't you justify this shit by saying, oh, they were trying to fuck it up for the director. Michael Bay
Okay.
sets off explosions before he eats his fucking cereal. The man's a damn hack.
Which-
when you take Ninja Turtles Part 1 and you make such a complete shit show, and then Ninja Turtles Part 2, the same type of budget, actually less,
He produced
the
that
same type of he produced, he didn't direct. He directed the first one, making them fucking aliens and shit. This dude took the second one and say, yo, you see all that shit from the 80s? I'm gonna shove that shit in your goddamn face. And I was one of the people who jumped up and like, Ninja Turtles 2, slow clap. I was fucking happy with Ninja Turtles 2. And I was like, why couldn't we get the fucking Technodrome, Krang, Shredder, Bebop, Rocksteady? They don't have to fucking make sense. Put them in there.
Yeah.
Put them in there. I was like, you know what? Thank you. Thank you. I gave you money, and before we had sex, you pretended to like me. And that's all I wanted. Pretend to love me
They did bitch
before
out.
the sex.
All right.
That's all Ninja Turtles 2 was. I was happy.
By the way, this movie did $16 million first opening. This is fucking bad. The first movie did about 65, the second did about 40, and the third one did about 36, the fourth one did like 28, something like that. But this one is straight down
I
shit.
genuinely don't think Michael Bay gives a shit.
No, but he exploded that
fucking
budget.
care.
The studio is gonna fucking bleed tonight.
Bleed,
this
they
weekend,
Well,
they're
they've
gonna
earned
bleed,
it.
bro.
They've earned it. They need to
earn it.
bleed. They need to bleed. They fucking earned it. This is Paramount, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they fucking earned it. Let them bleed. Let them bleed.
Fuck it.
You had the golden goose, and after it shat out a couple eggs, you fucked it, and this is what's left. Yeah, I want you to suffer. I want you to lose money. I want you to fucking go bankrupt. I want you to become the next Sony. I believe Sony's going to be the first major movie outletter to go bankrupt and sell themselves off. They're probably going to sell themselves to Disney.
Oh, no.
Because the only thing making them money is Spider-Man, and they're even fucking that up.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, their heads are bullshit. But that's something else. That's for a different podcast. We'll get into that some other time. Boom. Let's review this shit.
Dude, I was baffled on how this was fucking made. The script. Obviously, somebody got a dummy script. This shit was just bad all the way through. I think, honestly, what they tried to do is purposely offend you the first 15 minutes. That way you could go walk to see something else after you paid money to see this movie.
Yeah, I got it. It brings people together because I got to get to know the guy who was the attendant in the bathroom. That sounds gay as shit. But
Yeah.
whatever. You know, we bonded.
This movie's so fucking bad. It is so fucking
And
bad.
not a good type of bad.
No, this is fucking terrible. This is a shit show. This is a fucking straight up garbage. Antoine, what would you
straight
rate?
up garbage. Dang.
I tell you something, because this shit is bad. Mark Wahlberg, stop this fucking 5-ton robot slash and stop it with his fucking sword.
Yeah, that was the third.
I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Don't you think he had to touch?
A 5-ton.
I swear.
A 5-ton robot using centrifugal force and all of his weight to bring a sword down with the necessary force to cut another robot in half. I'm gonna stop that shit with my sword.
He had the power. He had the touch.
There was one scene right there when Prime is talking to him and Prime is talking to Bumblebee, and I swear to you, I could understand it right there. Okay, you could save this fucking movie if you could merge Mark Wahlberg and Optimus Prime and have
Power Master
Prime, bro.
Guys, we gotta watch this. It's
Yeah.
robot cars out there.
You know,
robot cars.
I thought
it's cars that transform into robots. I'm serious. It's robot cars out there.
honestly, I thought Data was onto something. I was like, oh shoot, the robot butler is gonna run out there.
Become a headmaster.
He's gonna
because the robot
he's
is
gonna
the
open up.
headmaster.
He's gonna he's gonna transform, be an exoskeleton for Mark Wahlberg, and Mark Wahlberg little medallion thing is gonna turn himself into a robot, and Prime was gonna be.
He was gonna join with Prime's chest and shit.
Join with Prime's chest, and if you're gonna fucking throw this shit up against the wall, at least go all the way.
Yeah. Oh, he's a headmaster. I'm like, what the fuck? That's my rating, bro. I can't tell you.
Just let peer pressure do its job. Give it a straight up garbage.
I swear to you, don't fucking give money to these movies.
Straight up garbage.
They question your intelligence, bro. They make fun of you.
It wouldn't be so bad if this was. Here's my thing, Dane. It wouldn't be so bad if this was just some random movie. The pull of this movie is the name, and you can use the name and just make something completely different. I'll be pissed off with that, but okay, fine, I'll accept it. You take little bits and pieces to draw me in. It's like you can say, hey man, hey, what's up? You know, you like tacos? Like, yeah. Hey, look at these tacos. You want some? Oh shit, look, that's good. Let me get. Hey, you really like these tacos? Yeah. Are you invested in eating these tacos? Yeah, man. Let me get them tacos. Give me $10. All right. Now that you're giving you $10, again, you love these tacos. Yeah. He sits the tacos on the ground, pulls out his dick, and pisses on them, and laughs at me. That's what this movie fucking felt like. After he took my money.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because he gives me a trailer that shows how great the tacos taste.
Yep.
And he gives me a trailer like showcasing the tacos. And I give him the money and he pisses on the tacos and laughs.
Yeah. That's what this movie is. Final rating, straight up garbage. And I swear to Christ, this is the last Transformers movie I will ever fucking watch. You talk me into this shit, I will never fucking see another Transformers movie. I'm fucking done. You can catch our podcast on Podbean.
Yeah, you can also go to, that's G2ta.net. Go tell your friends about it. You got to talk about it.
The legendary mistakes that Michael Bay is throwing at us. The destruction of our dreams and wishes that we had when we were children, you know?
You know, this will make you start to drink if you were an alcoholic.
So
I started to drink 5 fucking years ago when I saw the second one.
Do you know that
I haven't stopped.